Pure and undefiled religion is this, to look after the orphan and the widow. Or do we not know that this vain discussion is meaningless? In our desire to bless, we fail to look after the least of these, which is Jesus. We can say we hate religion, yet at the same time, you will find the weakest among us are held in derision. Is it his vision that the church redefine what was once so good? I think not. But in our souls we rot, not just in hypocrisy, but constantly we take what God has given and make it subject to sin and depravity. It was done with the law, and as the people no longer stood in awe of his majesty, slowly drifting into complacency, the law, which is spiritual, became to us a book of rules because we are evil. You notice the law was not abolished, though. And in our attempts to polish ourselves to his will, Christ stepped in and said, "In me, it is fulfilled." The apostle echoes the thought that the law is good, and in his mind he serves, but his flesh is waging war. He deserves death. So if religion is about the flesh, then it is fallen, but praise be to God that Christ is risen. And there lies the opposing issue, that although religion is good, James is not concerned about names and tradition. Look at the context. You don't have to do an exegesis to know that if you do not love, then you don't see Jesus. So please, do not jump up in defense of tradition for its own sake. We all need to recognize that God calls us to abide, using religion as a means, so that being part of his body, we may be sanctified. Now let me clarify. What Jesus Lover says about those on the fence is true. So let us not rise to the defense of what they don't do. At the same time, making a point must not cause us to miss the point. That he was crucified and then raised so that we may abide and gaze at him for eternity.